I'm Lardo.
And I'm Burley.
And we're the Moron Brothers. And you're watching the MoronCast. This is episode 5, and we're having a great time doing it. I hope y'all are having a good time watching. We want you to tell your friends and neighbors and people about it, and get them to tune in and help us to push some of these products we've got out here. I'm telling you, it's pitiful. We're look at us, boy. You think hard times is hit, well, you ought to be where we're from. It's bad. I've had so much rain. It's horrible. My granddaughter swallowed a quarter the other day, and the neighbors followed her around for 3 days with a stick. It's bad. But we could use your help. Check out the Moron Brothers store. We've got baloney hats. We've got CDs and DVDs. Kind of got a gospel show lined up for you here today. And it kind of makes me think about the things that's going on, or used to go on in church. But our pastor, Brother Bill Bales, oh, ain't he a good one? It was back earlier in the spring, around the last of February, 1st of March. He was preaching a sermon, and every once in a while he gets going and he won't hush. You know how them preachers are sometimes. He was jumping through the books of the Bible, and it looked like his eyes done got kind of glassed over. I looked, clock is going on 12:30. 1 o'clock, I said, Lord have mercy, we got to do something. I said, I need to break his attention. I picked a hymn book up and hauled off and throwed it right up through the middle of the church. I accidentally hit an elderly woman right in the back of the head. I knocked her plumb out on the floor. I run up there, I said, ma'am, are you all right? I'm sorry. She said, hit me again. I still hear him a little bit. But got this gospel show lined up for you today. I hope we do something you enjoy. This first one is about a train. Now, I was told that we're not going to go to heaven on no train. We ain't going on no ships. But it's still a good old song. Riding like a mountain railroad with his engine there so brave. We must make our unsuccessful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the hills, curves and tunnels, never falter, never fail. With our hand upon the throttle and our eye up on the rail, blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, and the angels there will join us in God's grace forevermore. As we roll across the trestle, spanning Jordan's swelling tide, we'll behold the Union Depot into which the train will glide. There we'll meet the superintendent, God the Father, God the Son, with a mighty joyous plaudit, weary pilgrim, welcome home. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach the other shore, and the angels there will join us in God's grace forevermore. Go. till we reach that blissful shore. And the angels that will join us in God's grace forevermore. In God's grace forevermore. Like I said, we got a gospel kind of oriented show today. Made me think of another story. These two little boys in the back of the church, and the preacher was coming out of there, and he was shaking people's hands, and they were standing in the back of the church waiting for their mom and daddy to come through, shake the preacher's hands. They wanted to get home, change their clothes, maybe go fishing or something. Been a long, hot service. They're looking at plaques on the wall. One little boy looks at the other and says, "What's them plaques up there for?" And the other said, "I don't know." Well, the preacher overheard him, and he leaned down and he said, "Boys," he said, "them plaques are in memory of people that's died in the service." Little boy said, "The 9 o'clock service or the 11 o'clock service?"
All right.
What was it your grandson told the preacher when he was going out of the church there that quarter?
Oh, he told him, yeah. We took him, had a preacher come in there for a revival. And he did his little deal. And that night he was standing back there shaking hands with everybody. And little grandson, Levi, he walked up through there and he said, had a quarter. Preacher had his hand, he laid that quarter in the preacher's hand. Preacher said, "Well, son, that's mighty nice of you," but said, "Why didn't you put it in the offering plate?" And he said, "No, I want to give it to you personally. I heard them deacons talking. One of them said you're the poorest preacher we've ever had here."
What's that song you done at church a couple Sundays ago? Why don't you do that for us?
Light at the river.
Yeah, that's a good one, boy. It makes my socks go up and down.
All right, here we go. There's a light at the river, a light at the river, light at the river I can see, where my Lord shall stand and hold in his hand a light by the river for me. There's a deep silent river flowing up ahead, its waters they run deep and wide. I can see a light, a beckoning light, a light by the riverside. There's a light at the river, a light at the river, light at the river I can see, where my Lord shall stand and hold in his hand a light by the river for me. Pick one. Silent river we shall someday come, cross its waters deep and wide. They will carry us away from the worries of today, to our home on the other side. There's a light at the river, light at the river, light at the river I can see, where my Lord shall stand and hold in his hand light by the river for me. Light at the river, light at the river I can see, where my Lord shall stand and hold in his hand a light by the river for me, where my Lord shall stand and hold in his hand a light by the river for me.
That reminds me of another story. Church, we was the preacher there. I know there's a gal. Well, I'll just tell it this way. There's a gal there in the little town where we're from. She's kind of got a loose reputation. I don't know her near as well as some people do. But anyway, I was talking to the preacher, and the preacher said he run into her on the street, said, "Sister, I'll have you know I prayed for you for 30 minutes the other night." She said, "You should have called me. I could have been there in 10.
Lord have mercy. preacher walking down the street one day. He went over yonder in Paris. Go preach a revival over there. And he walked down the street and seen a little boy standing there. He said, "Excuse me, son." He said, "Can you tell me how to get to the post office?" And the little boy said, "Yes, sir. Just go down 2 blocks and turn left, and you'll sit down yonder on that next corner." He said, "That's awful nice of you, son. You're an awful nice little boy." Said, "I'm preaching a revival tonight over at this Christian church." Said, "Won't you come over, bring your mom and daddy, and come over and listen to me preach? I'm going to be preaching on how to get to heaven." Little boy said, "No, I don't think so. You don't even know how to get to the post office."
We've been doing a riddle every episode, and I've got one for you this episode. One of them, the first one I'm going to give you, we'll give you the answer to it now. You've got to stay tuned till the end of the show. In case you don't figure it out, we'll give you the answer. And this first one, I've got an answer, but this second one, I don't have an answer for. And I'm hoping maybe Burley has an answer for it, because I can't figure it out. Maybe y'all can. But the first one is, and the one I'm going to give you the answer for, is you got a frog down in a 10-foot hole. He jumps up 2 foot, he slides back 1. Jumps up 2 foot, slides back 1. 10 foot deep. How many jumps is he going to have to make before he gets out? Stay tuned, we'll give you the answer. But now this next little deal, it's got to do with math too. And when it comes to math, I lean on him pretty hard, because he might not look like it, but he's a pretty good mathematician.
If I had one more finger, I'd count 11.
I know, well, let's pretend, here's the situation. Me and Burley and Bama, we're going on a fishing trip, and it's going to be overnight. All right, so we stop at a motel out in the middle of nowhere, a little mom and pop motel. This was years ago. We go in there. I asked the motel man, I said, "Look, there's 3 of us. We just want one room." I said, "We'll sleep on the floor, whatever. Just 3 guys going fishing. How much for your room?" He says, "Well, 3 of you be $10 a piece." Bama gives me $10. Burley gives me $10. I give him $10 a piece, $30. We get our stuff. We're headed up to the room. Little boy helping the man in the motel says, "Why did you charge him guys $5 too much? You know you only get $25 for a room." He says, "You're right. I feel bad about it. Here's 5 $1 bills. Take this back up there and give them guys." So the little bellhop there, he's headed upstairs with 5 $1 bills, and he says, "How can I divide this 5 ones between them 3 guys? I'll give them each $1 back, and I'll put 2 in my pocket." And that's what he does. So that left Bama paying $9, Burley paying $9, and me paying $9. 9 times 3 is 27. He put 2 in his pocket, that's 29. We started out with 30. Where's the other $1, brother?
What do you want to say next?
Well, think on that one, because I ain't got a good answer for you.
Me neither.
We started out paying $10 a piece.
Yes, we did.
We each paid $9 a piece, and he put 2 in his pocket. There's $1 missing somewhere. Where'd it go? Y'all figure that out and let us know. And be sure about that. Not only let us know, but get in touch with us and let us know you're watching. Man, we like to hear from you. All over the world. We've got a lot of friends in Ireland and Australia and stuff, and we love to hear from you. So please get a hold of us and let us know. Now what you got on your mind?
Well, you talk about kids and stuff. My other little grandson, Reed.
Yeah?
He was in the 1st grade, and they took him down to the cafeteria there and get lunch, and they had a big bowl of apples there. And boy, Reed, he loves them apples. And the teacher told him, said, "Reed, just get one. God's watching." And he gave him an apple, went on down through yonder. Got that on the end, and had a big old bowl of cookies. He told his buddy, said, Get all these cookies you want. God's watching them apples.
I know he said something about a mouse, didn't he, one time?
That-
What was that? There's something to do with about a mouse. That's
That
pretty.
was Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Lucas, he was little, and he come in there one day, he said, Paul, how much water does a mouse have in it? I said, I don't know, about half a thimble, I reckon. And he said, no, it's got more than that. I said, how you know? He said, one just ran up Granny's paint leg.
Hey,
That's what it
it
said.
was a gospel show.
He said, she caught it right there and squeezed it, and I'll bet you 2 gallons run out of it.
We got a song we're going to do for you here. We liked it so much. The way it come about was I'm home one night, and my buddy, which is also my pastor, he's on his way home from church, and he calls me on his phone, and he says, I've got these words going through my head, and said, if I can remember them when I get home, I'm going to write them down. But he said, I don't know what kind of tune we can do with it. And he starts rattling these words off. Well, I only heard a couple of verses, and it sounded like a good old mountain modal like tune. He's from Jackson County. And so next Sunday church, he had them wrote down on a napkin. I took them home. I told him the tune. He really liked it. We liked the song so much we recorded it, put it on our last album. New album, No Baloney. And if you would like a copy of that, we can fix you up. I'm telling you, we've got it on the MoronBrothersStore.com. Take one look at him, and you could tell he wants some baloney right now. But this song right here, Brother Bill Bales wrote this song. I've sinned in my mind, Lord, you should have struck me blind. You opened up my eyes and let me see. I've sinned in every way, but you give me day to day. Even gave your son to set me free. You love and give, I hate and take, only for your mercy's sake. You preserve my soul eternally. You're the great I am, Abba Father. I'm afraid I don't understand. You created all and then you watched it fall. Still made your son the son of man. Still made your son the son of man. In this world of sin and pride, many times I should have died. Held your hand up over me. Born to sin and made to fail, I'm the man that drove the nail in your son's hand at Calvary. You love and give, I hate and take, only for your mercy's sake. Preserve my soul eternally. You're the great I am, Abba Father. I'm afraid I don't understand. You created all and then you watched it fall. Still made your son the son of man. Still made your son the son of man. You love and give, I hate and take, only for your mercy's sake. You preserve my soul eternally. You're the great I am, Abba Father. I'm afraid I don't understand. You created all and then you watched it fall. Still made your son the son of man. Still made your son the son of man. Still you made your son the son of man.
Down at Bethel Christian Church, Nicholasville, Kentucky. Brother Bill Bales, preacher down yonder. And every Sunday, somebody takes him home for Sunday dinner. And one lady, she known for her meatloaf, and another lady, she known for fried chicken. Lardo's wife, Jeannie, she known for her beans.
And how you going to tell this? How you going to clean it up?
I'll give him the Baptist version.
You better do something, Hoss.
But anyway, so Jeannie makes the best beans in Jessamine County. And preacher up there one Sunday said, boys, I can't wait the next Sunday. I get to go home with Lardo and Jeannie. And said she'll fix them beans, and boy, them's good beans. I can't wait. Well, she got thinking all week about that. Said, I got to fix something to go for them beans. So she found her magazine, had a picture of a big, pretty salad. She said, I'll fix one of them salads, go for them beans. Well, she got all tossed up real pretty, like that picture and everything. It said, sprinkle poppy seeds on top of the salad. Well, Jeannie didn't have no poppy seeds.
Well, I couldn't find them at Fetch's IGA. I just couldn't find no poppy seeds there.
So she got thinking, looking around, and she found her a shotgun shell.
There's a bunch of them laying around my house.
She busted that shotgun shell open and sprinkled buckshot all on top of that salad.
Look just like that picture in that book.
Preacher come over and eat Sunday dinner with them. Next Sunday, he back up in the pulpit.
Trim it a little bit
I'm
right here. You better,
trimming as I go.
better do something, pal.
He back up in that pulpit. He said, boys, you should have been with me last Sunday. So I went home with Lardo and Jeannie, and she had them beans, and boy, them's good beans. But I'm telling you the truth, she had pretty salad ever I seen. And said, I'd eat me a big bowl of them salad, then a big bowl of them beans. Another big bowl of salad, another big bowl of them beans. He said, I left out there swelled up with beans and salad. But said, I need to apologize to her because as I was walking out to my truck to leave, I bent down to tie my shoe and shot the headlight out of her car and wounded 2 chickens.
Come on, man.
All right, then. Buckshot salad, that's what they call it. We got this buddy down in western Kentucky. He was telling us about a little thing happened down yonder. Said they had these 4 Baptist preachers there in town, and the head Baptist preacher, he called a meeting of all of them one night. He said, I want to have a meeting. He said, they all got together. He said, no, every Sunday we go to church and tell our members they need to confess their sins. And said, I know that each one of us has got some kind of a problem or something, fault that we not too proud of, but said, and we need to confess to each other right here tonight, and I'm going to start. He said, I know it might not be right, but said, about once a week, I like to get off by myself and get me a little sip of bourbon whiskey. He said, I like the taste of it, and it calms my nerves and helps me to relax, and I just like to get a little sip of whiskey once a week. Second old boy, he said, well, I got one too. He said, I know mate shouldn't do it, but said, I like them big old Cuban cigars. And said, I like to get me one about once a week, get off somewhere and smoke that cigar. Said, it calms my nerves and relaxes me and just makes me relax and feel good. And I just enjoy smoking a big cigar. The third old boy said, well, I got one too. He said, sure enough, said I like to play poker. And said every Thursday night down the street in my house, said they have a poker game down there. And said I like to go down there and play poker and gamble. And said it helps me to relax and I just enjoy playing poker. Well, that fourth old boy, he's sitting over in the corner, he ain't said nothing, so the head preacher said, all right, Hoss, we all fessed up here, it's your turn. Said, I know you got some kind of fault. Old boy said, I do. I love the gossip, and I can't wait to get out of this meeting. Lord have mercy. What's the riddle?
The riddle. The question was, if you had a frog down in a 10-foot hole, he jumps up 2 foot, slides back 1. Jumps up 2 foot, slides back 1. Every time. How many jumps is he going to take to get out of that 10-foot hole? Do you know the answer, mathematician?
How big the frog? I'm going to say 9.
Folks, he's a genius. I know you're going to say, well, you said he jumps up 2, slides back 1, he makes 1 foot every time. But that last time when he's at 8 foot, he jumps up 2 foot, that's 10. He's out. So it's only 9 jumps is the answer to the riddle. The other question I had for you about the 3 guys in the motel, good luck with that, and I ain't figured it out, and Burley ain't either. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in on episode 5 here. Hope we've done something to help you get through being confined at home and stuff, and told something to make you forget all your trouble and sickness and sadness. But anyway, get back a hold of us and check us out on the MoronBrothersStore.com. But we love your comments, so please get back a hold of us and let us know how you feel about things. Tell your friends and neighbors to tune in. We're going to close this episode out with another good old gospel. My father-in-law, his name was Theodore Roosevelt Brassfield. He lived to be about 90 years old, and his hair stood up all the time. He had 2 favorite songs he sang all the time. One of them was Little Brown Jug, and the other one was This World Is Not My Home. This world's not my home, I'm just passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door. I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door. I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Go with one. Me, that is one thing I know. My Savior pardoned me, so onward I go. I know He'll see me through, although I'm weak and poor. I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? Angels beckon me from heaven's open door. I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Let me try this harmony. Well, in glory land, they're all expecting me. Savior in hand are shouting victory. Their song sweet as praise direct back from heaven's shore. I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. Heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door. I can't feel at home in this world anymore. No, I can't feel at home in this world anymore.